I want to fill people in on these two things just because our life's an adventure. For those of you who have been following our journey, we had our furniture moved, and we thought about selling it in Los Angeles, because when I found out the cost of shipping, we talked about it, and I said, this is insane. And you go, well, what's more insane, Freddie, is what we actually paid for the furniture. We're never going to get what we paid for it. We'll probably get 20%. And then when we get a place, we're going to end up spending twice as much. And I go, okay, word from the wise, you're right. I just wanted the quick cash now and then to save it. Because I was like, if we could sell all this furniture for $5,000 to $10,000 and not spend the $6,000-7,000 to ship it, I was like, that's a $15,000 swing. I was like, oh my God, let's do that. But then you have to rebuild everything. And you and I, through 4 years, we would find pieces, and we drove so many hours to find all these beautiful pieces to put a 1-bedroom apartment together. Plus we had this studio. So I was like, okay, let's do it. So we called the movers, and they picked up our stuff in September. And originally we were Airbnb-ing this place until November 30th. So I told the gentleman on the phone, I said the earliest date I would need this, because they need the first available delivery date. And I said, well, we won't need it before December 1st. So I said December 1st, because why would we if we're Airbnb-ing here till November 30th?
Right.
So then on the phone, he goes, well, you can change the date if it changes. And I was like, great. So then we decide on October 25th-ish, around there, that we wanted to see if we could stay here longer. So we talked to the owners of the house, and they agreed to do a 12-month lease with us. So I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So we finished out the Airbnb portion of it till November 30th, and then on December 1st, our 12-month lease started. Well, once we knew we were going to stay here, I called up the moving company on October 28th, and I said, hey, I actually want to change my first available delivery date. And they said, okay, we can put in the request, and you'll hear from dispatch. So to spare you my rant, over the next 6 weeks, I was in contact with the moving company and the actual truck driving company who had our stuff. I wrote probably 20 emails back and forth, called the place all these times, and they kept on checking and checking and checking. And I was like, what is going on? And then December 11th rolls around. And I am like, I just lost my cool a little bit, because I was like, you all have been telling me like, and I got a little like feisty.
Yeah.
And he just goes, listen, man. He goes, I looked into it, and he goes, yes, you requested on October 28th, but the request was denied. They could not move your date up earlier. And I said, the guy on the phone said I can move my date. He goes, yes, you can move your date further out. But when we ask you for the first available delivery date, that's in stone. So if I would have heard that on October 28th, I would have been understanding, because I get it.
Sure.
But I was never told that for 6 weeks, and wasted all this time and energy thinking that they changed the date for me and I was going to get it sooner.
Right.
So once I figured that out, we then heard that it was going to be here way before Christmas.
You literally have it in written form.
Yeah, because the guy was like, I can't give you the direct thing. I said, listen, is it going to be here by Christmas? And that was like December 12th. He goes, way before Christmas. And I'm thinking, well, way before Christmas is like the 16th or 17th.
Yeah.
Anyway, didn't happen, never heard, and I completely forgot about it. I just said, you know what? I'm done giving my energy to this. They legally have 30 business days, so they could legally wait till, because December 1st was in stone, so they legally have until about like January 15th to get it here. Right. I said, I'm never thinking about it again. They're not gonna want to pay a penalty, so it'll be here by January 15th. I said, we can do it in the new year. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. We get a phone call at 1:00, and there was a number I didn't know, and so I was like, well, I'm not going to answer this. And it was Christmas Eve, and I just felt, why not?
Well, and I think I said to you, I go, actually, you should, because earlier that morning I got a call from an unknown number that I didn't recognize, and I go, I should answer this. I usually don't, because it is always weird on the other end. But this time it was someone who was calling about a delivery for something I had sent. And so I was like, thank gosh I answered.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's why when you got it, I go, maybe you should answer.
Because
it's one of those days.
Is it ever good when there's I never, ever, I have trained myself, because I've always been curious. When a number calls that I don't have saved, I go, I mean, what could this be?
It's never good.
It's going to be something about to
like
extend
scammers.
a car warranty or some sort of hello.
Always.
And it's like, who the hell is this? So I was like, you know what? You answered it. It's Christmas Eve. let me answer it. Hello? And it was 12:45. There's a reason for me explaining this to detail. It's 12:45, and the gentleman goes, "Hey, I'm here with your stuff. I'm in Tampa, Florida, and I want to schedule a delivery." And I was like, "Great." I was like, "Well, when?" He goes, "So I can come, I can come today, or I can come, tomorrow or Saturday." And I was looking at you. I was just so surprised because I thought I was going to get an email from the company giving me a window. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to get a call from the driver who has our stuff an hour away. And I was just like, well, can we do it tonight? Because we thought, why not do it Christmas Eve? Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then I go, well, wait a second. I need to give you a money order. And he goes, I do. And he goes, you do? And I said, well, where am I supposed to go? All the banks are closed. It's the holiday. And he goes, well, we can wait till Saturday. And I was telling you, I go, look this up. And you Googled it, and Bank of America was open till 2 in celebration. Yeah. And I call the guy back. I go, hey, I was like, I can get you the money. Don't wait till Saturday. We're going to go to the bank right now. Uh-huh. And he goes, okay. So we get to the bank at 1:40. I go in, and I get the cashier's check. And we come back. We got it. He gives me a call at 5. And he goes, hey, I don't want to unload all this in the dark. He goes, can we do it Saturday, or do you want to do it on Christmas Day? And I said, hey, I'll do Christmas Day. Can we do 2? He goes, great. So they come Christmas Day at 2:00, and we got our stuff, and it took them 2 hours.
Yeah, it wasn't
bad
at all.
And I helped. Like, I wanted to, I like that stuff.
You love it. It's so funny because if he would have called at 1:45 an hour later, like if he would have been an hour behind, we would have had to wait
till Saturday. So that was good. But then it was also funny when we were on this time crunch and we're racing to get to celebration, and you called to get the final amount, and it was like $500 more than what you had initially believed it to be. And so we're like, what do we do? We're like, well, let's just get it. You can get reimbursed later. But it really was just this crazy Christmas Eve adventure that we had, just racing around. I waited in the car for about 5 minutes to see if the owner of the company, I think he's the owner, would get back to me because the price was wrong. But I was like, I'm not going to miss, because I wanted to do this on Christmas. Because we were thinking, what are we going to do? Watch movies?
Right.
This is the best thing ever. Like, it was the greatest Christmas. We got to work out and carry stuff and open things up and see our stuff and get some clothes. Like, it was so much fun having like a task on Christmas. And and then he told me, he goes, hey, if it's wrong, he goes, I'll just Zelle you the money. And I was like, okay. I was like, I don't want to worry about this till after Christmas. So this morning I figured out all the numbers, and we paid $498.49 over. Ooh. And so they didn't apply the $500 discount that they originally promised. I don't know if it was him or did whoever. There's 2 companies we're working with, but they were supposed to come on a Monday, and they canceled
when we were moving.
But we paid for them to come on a Monday. So when they first were supposed to come, they canceled 20 hours before.
This was in California. On our way to Florida.
So for the inconvenience, they gave us a $500 discount, but it was never applied at the end. But I didn't want to argue and them hold our stuff hostage. No. I said, here's the money. I'll do it afterwards. And he was nice enough to say he'd Zelle me the money. So I sent that email. So hopefully we're getting
some
$500 back.
Money's back. And I got to tell you too, I'm glad that it all worked out and we were able to get our stuff on Christmas, because just with our experience of this entire situation, I was like, well, what if we have to wait until Saturday, but then something comes up on Saturday and they have to leave? I was just like, if they're here, we need to do it. Let's get our stuff and be done.
Yeah, I didn't know how it all worked, but it seemed like when I was talking to the delivery guy, he was like, he goes, if you couldn't have done it for Christmas, we would have just had to sleep and wait for you to do it on Saturday. Like,
he was so grateful.
He was grateful that we could do it on Christmas, and we were in a position to do it. It's different if we had 20 family members here or something. Then then of course not. But it's just you and I, and I didn't realize how much work it was going to be. We have been working every single day, getting things together and finding little pieces and carrying them, and technically they in the contract they can bring up some of the stuff, like even the table. Yeah. But we're like, we don't want these 2 guys, like they've been traveling, and I was like, we've been so isolated. Why? Like, you and I we'll use it as the workout, and there was nothing too heavy.
No.
Like, we managed. We carried everything up ourselves, and I love the physical aspect of accomplishing a task.
You thrive.
there's
thrive,
something about
baby.
it. Yeah.
And it was cool too, because with the actual moving truck, I haven't seen this, but I haven't really been around this much. The way that they had everything packed into this, it was a really big moving truck, but I guess they had these sliders that separated all of the different shipments, because it wasn't just our shipment in this truck.
Yeah.
How many would you say were in there?
I mean, it's a massive
It's
truck.
huge.
Like, you see semis when you drive by them. When you actually see one parked outside your house, semis are
So big.
huge. So yeah, they had side doors.
Right.
So so I always thought it was just this big tube, and they'd open up the back and then do it person by person.
Right.
But you can open up the sides over here, over there. So I would say they probably had 8 to 10
I was gonna say
shipments.
10, yeah.
But that's how they make the money. Because how would you ship it for the cost? Because as much as it's
Cross-country.
expensive, I mean, really, it's expensive.
Yeah.
But to think about, if you were to ship, I mean, if you ship like a book, it's $5.
Yeah.
And we're shipping a 1-bedroom apartment. So I get why they need to charge $6,000 and put 10 people in there. That's 60 grand.
Crazy.
Plus the wear and tear and the workers and all of that. But that's how they make their money. So it's just a complicated business. It wasn't smooth, but now that it's over, I know I was just being emotional. I just wanted answers,
Yeah.
and I'm a reasonable person. It just took me from October 28th to December 11th to get the answer that you can't move it back. And that makes sense, but no one told me that. I kept thinking that they were working on getting our stuff here. No one said that they couldn't move it. So this whole time I was freaking out, wasting energy. Hey there! Thank you so much for stopping by our channel and checking out a clip of the Freddie and Alyssa Show. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future clips or highlights from the Freddie and Alyssa Show. And if you want full episodes of the Freddie and Alyssa Show, vlogs, and one-off videos, check out our main YouTube channel. The link is in the description. Again, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next video.